ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈ Hyderabad Punjab Express University Station Netaji Bhavan.
They were 83 for 5 for Punjab. And somehow they have finished at 219. That's right, 83, half the team gone. They finish at 219. How did that happen? Why did that happen? Where did that happen? All of that and lots more on Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. I'll answer the easy question first. Where it happened? In New Chandigarh. The rest I'll leave for Lisa and Simon
Well played.
to answer. Yeah.
Played, sir.
Well, yours, Lisa. How did it happen?
Just a youngster.
Yeah.
Just been given the license. We want you to play this style of game. And he was able to do that. And whilst everyone was falling the other end, he finally found someone to kind of hang out with him and build a partnership.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you look at the scorecard from a batting point of view, it was only, 3 guys that got into, double digits.
Yeah, and him, Priyansh we're talking about, of course, impressed us in the first games, played the Delhi local league, and from there comes in here. It's almost like he's hit the ground running, right? I doubt if he's ever played in front of a big crowd like that. Just comes in, looks like to the manner born. That's a 39-ball 100.
Yeah, and we're seeing glimpses of it in the tournament so far, just glimpses of it. And, you know, when you come with a reputation like that, a 6-hitting reputation, you're not a big man by any stretch of the imagination. A compact left-hander, and that reputation brings a little bit of, a tense nature, I think, sometimes. But you bought it, there was a bidding war at the auction for him.
Yeah.
There was a couple of teams that definitely wanted him. They saw what they saw in that Delhi side. But, boy, that was some innings when, the scores post him, 0, 9, 1, 2, 4.
It's like a phone number or a zip code. It's like a zip code.
It's like that guy at the bar that's just walking around looking for someone to stay with him and have a drink. He was just on his own for about an hour. Everyone was just coming going, I don't really like you, I'm going again.
I think everyone was having a shot and leaving.
Just leaving.
Like, someone have a drink with me.
Someone just stay with me. And finally, as Lisa said, Shashank sort of decided that he could hang around. But, it's also a bit of a philosophy for that team, isn't it? And it seems like that's the way they want to go about things under Shreyas and Ricky Ponting. And just saying, we bat. You look at what Marco Jansen did.
Yeah.
We bat all the way down and we've got power all the way down. Let's just keep going. And some days it'll come off. It's a bit of the Hyderabad theory of last year. Some days it'll come off, some days it won't. But you won't see numbers 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 do that very often.
That's what I'm liking.
Punjab line out.
I like that you're saying some days it'll come off and some days it won't. Today it didn't. The fact is it didn't come off, yet they've reached 219, which just shows that when again 5 batters from 2 to 6, right, don't get anything, and then 7 and 8 come and do what they've done, I think that's just a sign of a very healthy team.
And we kind of got a glimpse as well. Brad Haddon was talking about where we might even consider to have the impact player in the first innings, not the second, just to see, if we were to lose a wicket and there's maybe 3 or 4 overs left, is it worthwhile? They didn't need it in the end, and now they're in the box seat. Yeah,
they really are. The question of, we've figured out how it happened and where it happened. Why it happened, right? Now, that's something the Chennai bowlers will be thinking about, because once you do the hard work, you do 83 for 5, you're thinking we should wrap this innings up 170, 180. They let it get to there. I think we were talking about both Noor and Patidar of how they would shut it down, but they came to actually bowl in 11 to 15, which is the most lucrative time for Punjab.
Patidar ended up going for 52.
Yeah.
Noor, no success for him tonight, but to a man, they took on the bowlers. Jadeja was the best of them, I think 3 overs, none for 18.
Yeah.
But to a man, I mean, Shashank and Priyansh took on the bowlers, and they did not let them settle at all. Even the guys that were going to be key, like Noor. So if you go after the guy that's been the most successful in the opposition, and all of a sudden you put him under a little bit of pressure, and that's what showed. And the fielding,
4 drop catches.
4 drop catches tonight.
Yeah.
The bit of ground fielding as well at different times. So it's just not what you're used to seeing from Chennai.
They've dropped 11 catches this season.
Yeah.
It's a butterball turkey. God, just keeps slipping out of their hands.
Slippery little fucker.
This partnership, right, we're talking about, it was a 71-run partnership, if I've done my math correct, in 34 balls. So that's Shashank Singh and Priyansh RS. So Priyansh and Shashank, a nightmare for Sean Connery to say those two names. Priyansh and Shashank. 71 of 34. It's almost like they did not know that 5 wickets are falling.
No, they didn't. And you think what Shashank came in just before the timeout, or maybe before the 10th over. So you had the strategic timeout, you had a few words of wisdom, but literally the 10th over was Noor Ahmed. First ball went for 6.
Yeah.
Next
11th
ball,
was Noor.
11th
was Noor, yeah.
And then next ball was 4. Next over there, 3 sixes.
Patirana.
And then Ashwin, 3 sixes. So that was almost their base. So that 3 overs, taking out 3 key bowlers and hitting 6s, all of a sudden they went, okay, right, let's shoot for the stars now. We've got ourselves into a position.
It's such a good point, because when we're watching the game, at the halfway mark, when we were talking in the comm box, we said, all right, what's this going to be? Half the team's gone, only half the overs. Could it be 170, 180? What I loved is that with every over, even we started going, oh, I think it's going to be 200. Oh, I think it's going to be 210. I think it's going to be so were they just, that's the way you play T20 cricket, right? Just take one bowler at a time, go.
And no fear. And that's, that belief comes from, again, captain, coach, philosophy. In that changing room. And as I say, you'll see some of those players play shots, some of the guys that got out, and you think, was it really the right option? But it's just what they're allowed to do. If you're allowed to play without that fear and the knowledge, you're not going out there being reckless because there's so much batting behind you, but you're allowed to be positive.
Yeah.
And overly positive probably sometimes. And it filters through the side. I mean, Shashank's been brilliant, simply brilliant. I mean, burst into it last year, didn't he, with some incredible innings at different times. But, a lot more pressure on him this year.
Yeah.
A lot more pressure from the fact that everybody knows him, everybody knows what he does and how he plays. Retained. And, he's played a couple of innings now in the first 4 games of the tournament where you've thought he's looking as good, if not better, than last year. And that from a tough situation, 86 for 5.
Yeah.
In a tough situation when you come in, brilliant.
Because he's also had to hold his wicket, right? You're looking at a 144 strike rate, but you're saying he's had to hit the runs and hold his wicket, because you realize he goes, and then suddenly you're amongst
the bowlers.
You've got Arshdeep and Chahal to follow.
Yeah, they were only 1 wicket away, weren't they?
Into Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah.
Chahal.
So that's kind of the scary thing. They're chasing 220, but they're only 1 wicket away of getting them all out potentially, and chasing something in the 180s, 190s, which is manageable. Shashank kind of is very much like Ashutosh. They've both learnt from the same franchise last year, a lot of success, burst onto the scene. Ashutosh has gone one more step further in finishing innings and getting the job done. I think Shashank is exactly the same.
Yeah.
I think they've learnt from the missed opportunities they both had. They've given their side chances last year. Now they're actually winning games of cricket off their own bat regularly, not just the sporadic innings.
Yeah, so fantastic. It was just such enjoyable batting. Priyansh, Shashank, Marco Jansen, they really did the job for Chennai. They'll be looking at that and saying, how did we give so many away in the back 10? I mean, they've given away, close to 135 or something in the back 10?
Yeah, 86, wasn't it?
Yeah, so some such. So 130 plus in the back 10 is what they've given away with their bowlers. But there's the 1 wicket for Noor. I think he had the purple cap, still has it. Ashwin picked up 2 wickets. Khalil picked up 2. Mukesh just didn't come back after that beginning. He took that catch at the boundary and his foot, the back of his heel just touched. That turned out to be expensive. I think that was Shashank, right? Who was it, Marco?
Rachin was dropped. Rachin dropped Shashank.
Yeah, Rachin dropped Shashank. And the one at the boundary was Priyansh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they all got a few chances.
A few lives.
Thanks to the catching. And they needed them today. They needed them. And the fact is you can get the life, but you still have to encash it. And that's what they've done today. They've encashed it, taken it to 219. Do you think this is just a mile too far for the CSK batting with the current form they're in?
Well, I mean, I'd say that they can't afford to lose early wickets, but Punjab lost 5. It sounds counterintuitive to say that because a team just got 219 after being 5 for 80.
Yeah.
But from a Chennai point of view, I don't see them batting as deep or as powerfully as the Punjab side. So I think it's going to come down to that opening combination and how they get, 80, 90 for one. Can Rachin Ravindra, can Devon Conway, can Ruturaj get something on the board to allow the middle order to maybe finish it off rather than have to build it and then get them home at the back end. But it's going to be a really tough chase.
Is this score? I'm just thinking, right? I mean, they've been chasing those 180s, 190s, right? Feeling the pressure. Yeah. Can sometimes a 220 just liberate you because you've just got nothing to fear?
It's like, come on, we haven't been close chasing 180, 190, so...
Just let's go. Let's unblock ourselves.
Yeah. No one's expecting us to chase this.
No.
Yeah.
Like you pull the stats up and the commentators will talk about it since 2021?
2020, wasn't it?
2021, yeah. So let's just go. We've got nothing to lose. We are down and out almost in this competition. No one's expecting us to chase us down. Let's see what happens.
And at this ground, I mean, you're talking about Chennai not chasing anything above 175. Anything above 170 has been defended here in this new ground. Well, 9 out of 10 times. But then that means there is an exception. Can they be exceptional today and be part of the exception?
Well, I mean, there's always a chance. There's always a chance. But they've got to do something they haven't done for a long, long time, for 4 years. They've got to have a start that they haven't had all tournament. And they've got to find a way to put the opposition under some pressure. And when you've got 219 on the board, you like to think that the batting side is a side under pressure from the start.
Yeah,
so
because
Chennai have got to flip that.
Yeah.
Some way, shape or form. They've got to flip that back and start putting Shreyas Iyer and the Punjab side under some pressure. Put the bowlers under some pressure.
Because they'll have their tails up with the last 40 minutes of the game. Punjab bowlers are going to have their tails up.
Well, Jansen will have his tail up after what he's done.
Yeah.
Correct.
Some terrific striking. I mean, not many get Patirana's slower ball straight down the ground. I mean, he held his shape, took one hand off the bat and the long levers.
And the no-look six.
No-look one as well. Yeah, the
no-look six was my favourite.
So, look, you never count any side out because we've seen that in this tournament for years and years and years, and in cricket for years. When you think the impossible is not possible, it comes back and it bites you. So you never count any side out, but it's going to be very tough.
They will, of course, have to get a strong power play, and that leads us to our guesses for the power play. And we'll let Simon go first because we look at you, oh leader. Oh, leader, show us the way.
That missed field. I was 1 away.
You were 1 run away.
3, I needed a 0, a 2, or a 1.
I mean, a misfield and 3 being run. Like
3.
Like
how do you run 3? I bet that's the first 3 of the day.
Yeah, 3 being run in a
First
T20
IPL.
game is like sighting of the Halley's Comet.
It is.
Right? It just doesn't happen.
How did I miss that? Anyway, I can't see them being incredibly aggressive because they've been poor. So I'll go in
58.
that range of 58. What'd you say?
58.
Oh.
You
want 58?
We both be 58, that's fine.
I was, that's basically what I was going to say.
That was the number I was thinking, and you were thinking 58. Come on.
63.
Okay.
63. Are you comfortable with us?
I'm comfortable sitting on your lap.
Sitting on the same chair? Sorry. Right.
Oh, cute, you two, cute.
That's good. That's cute. Look at us, we're a bunch of cuties. All right, so we're going to get out of here. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox. Remember, Chennai has to get 220 to get this win. Can Punjab defend it? Well, empirical evidence is in their favour. Current form also perhaps is in their favour. But if Chennai can pull a rabbit out of the hat, that'll make their fans really happy. And it'll be good for the tournament. You don't want a team which is that big, a fan base, to kind of just disappear so early in the tournament. So yeah, it'll be good. We just want a competitive game. I got no dog in this fight. Get a competitive game, I'm happy. We're out of here. Thank you for watching Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. Dessert for you children?
Oh,
dessert? Time for cake. Bye-bye.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ ಚೆನ್ನೈ Hyderabad Punjab Express Railway Station Netaji Bhavan.